Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is a live TBC broadcast from Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Kii. There will be a few issues to bring to your notice, which is the new wallets, which is the 009.net. That's your new wallet to go into. Don't log into the old wallets. And number two, just a reminder about the migration, which it's all over tomorrow night. And number three, always read the blog daily. Attend a send button meeting if you can for the freebies. Listen and watch a broadcast, which is the 24/7 broadcast. You'll get a lot of information from all of those. And a bit later on, question number four, we will go in and deal with the 500% promo, which ends on the 21st of August, 2018. Okay, this is a bit of an interview, and I'm going to interview my wife, Rebecca, who is already in TBC. So this interview is for a person who's already in TBC. Later on down the track, we'll interview somebody who wants to join TBC or looking at joining TBC. But yes, later on, that'll come in. Okay, you gonna come in? Okay, my wife Bex is already in TBC, so there's a few questions I'm going to ask her, and she'll give you or all of us the answer on the TBC questions that will be asked. Now, first one is, how long have you been in TBC for?
Since March 2017, I started. But that was just to open the wallet. And from then, probably took me at least until June, July, before I actually started doing anything in TBC other than the initial startup that I started doing. And that was just by getting, the odd coins at the time.
What attracted you to TBC?
What attracted me to TBC? It wasn't actually TBC itself, because I wasn't aware of TBC. I didn't even know, like when I went in to register for the wallet, I was just given a link, a cryptic link. And all I did was just clicked on that link, and all they said was sign up and get your wallet. And that's all I did. I didn't take no notice of what I was signing into. They just told me it was coins, crypto coins. And that's all I knew at the time. I didn't know it as TBC. It wasn't until like probably a month later, and then I started to ask questions about what did I sign up for. Because, as you know, in the old wallet, there wasn't much to go on. There was no info other than the fact that it had your TBC wallet address, it had the coins and the TBC coins that you had, the currency box, all the different currencies in the world, and the amount of Kringles that you had. I didn't even know what Kringles were. So I just assumed that Kringles and the TBC coins were the same thing. Because when you looked at the numbers in the wallet, they were identical, only a little dot, a decimal dot separated, and made the difference. But other than that, I knew nothing. It told me nothing.
Okay, up till now, do you think TBC is delivering the way it should be?
I think, well, they've had probably a couple of detractions from what they originally planned. But in saying that, they had good reason to do that because of what was happening in TBC at the time and what had happened in TBC before that. Because a lot of, I think when they set up in the beginning, there was a lot of trial and error stuff going on. So some things they started with went for so long, and then they kind of changed it around a bit and changed to something else. But I would say they have done and delivered what they said they were. And the only thing that I haven't seen yet is, well, there's been talk of the Fiat Bank. And there's been talk of the card that comes with the bank, blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm not, I myself now, I understand why we haven't got it yet. I do. And it takes a lot of people a long time to understand all that. So I reckon they have delivered. And probably delivering more than what they said, and delivering it in lesser time than I expected. So, to me, it's all looking good.
Have you ever had doubts about TBC up till now?
Yes, I do. Only because of the unknown. I like not knowing what TBC was. I didn't even know what TBC stood for. All I knew, it was called TBC. But I had doubts because when I didn't get answers to my questions, they got bigger. The doubts got a lot bigger. And then it's like everything else that you go into. People talk. You hear rumors, you hear real talk, and you kind of get mixed up in it all if you allow yourself to do that. Now, I kind of weighed things up myself. I sort of stepped back, and then I started to, like I said, I started to research from there on. I never took anybody's word for it. I wanted to just find out the real truth about the whole program. So I was happy.
Okay. Have you ever earned any money in TBC to date?
Yes, thankfully I have. And that's been the power behind my drive to continue. That's what drives me today. It's the fact that I know that you can make money in TBC. You can. You just need to learn the ropes. And you just need to read into things carefully and properly. If you don't read and don't ask questions, you're not going to know what the answers are, and you're not going to know how to do things for yourself. So I've had to do a lot of learning doing that. to earn. But, I've also had innovations or innovative ideas to try and generate income from TBC, using TBC, but using it without discounting the coin. Mm-hmm.
So you have earned money. So there's a saying, do nothing and get nothing.
Yes. Yeah, it is. You do nothing, you get nothing.
Okay. Have you invited anyone to join you in TBC?
Yes, I have. Outside of the family, outside of the whānau, yes, I have. And a lot of them have been surprised more than anything else. A lot of them have asked me, I'm approaching them, why have I chosen them for this program? A lot of surprise stuff. I always expect to get people who reject. But no. To me, I think it was an easy road. And I don't know what that comes back down to, but I think, if you're a people person and you build rapport with people, it makes it that much easier for you to converse with people. Now you've got to remember that you don't talk sales talk to a person who knows nothing about sales. So you have to come down to their level and speak on their terms and at their level.
And the ones that you have approached, why are they surprised? Is it because they've been into similar schemes or programs like this that have failed? Is it because they didn't get enough information or the right information?
I think they're surprised because I suppose my explanations were simple. I keep things simple. I get straight to the point. I don't muck around, with people. I know they want an honest Joe. They want to listen to someone who honestly tells them the truth. Now, if I was to talk to anybody, I would be telling them exactly what I know and not what I don't know. Because things can change down the track and someone's likely to say, but you said this. And I did. Honestly, I did. And I admit that to them. But I also tell them that, I don't control TBC. If they want to make changes, all I can do is look at the changes and see if there are benefits in the changes for us or for me or anyone else that joins. There's got to be a benefit in it. And, yeah.
So whatever you tell them or whoever tells the new person that has joined, if they're uncertain with your information you're handing down to them, just move them along to the blog. And maybe they'll get the answers they're looking for.
In my time, when I started, there was no such thing as the blog. Like I said in my broadcast, news and info was shortcoming back in those days. Today, and only since probably the beginning of this year, I think that they have brought the blog on board. Now, of course, the blog is Bible, is the Bible. In TBC, it has supposed to have all the answers for you. So if you were asking questions anywhere, the first place you go to is the blog. Go check the blog first, always. And then if you can't find your answers on there, or you don't understand, go back to your sponsor or your upline and see if they can explain it to you in simpler terms.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we Kiwis, we have a way of speaking, and we, you know, we understand our language, right? Now, when Americans go and they print the blog, for some it's daunting for them to just read it because they don't understand, you know, some of the terms or the jargon that's in there, because it could be American being written by Americans. So yes, so in Kiwi land, we kind of do things and interpret what they say back into the Kiwi language.
Have you ever had anybody decline your invitation into TBC?
No.
And why is that?
Well, if I had the answer, well, let me guess. They haven't declined me, probably because, like I said before, I've been upfront and honest about the whole thing. You know, and I've built my story and my invite to them around them and their circumstances. Now, I don't know if these people are rich or poor. I don't go into that. But, you know, you can kind of become a bit of a, you know, a psychiatrist type person. If you go into Facebook, now this is something that's interesting. I find it interesting. You go into Facebook, and day in and day out, you look at all the people that are on there, and they're always, that one particular person is always going on about their social life and their social circumstances. Now, you're going to hear the sob stories, the sad stories, the tragic stories, and the funny stories. It tells you a lot about a character of a person, the type of character that person is, the type of things that person is going through, because they tell you that. So, you know, if you were to invite them to join you in TBC, where would you get all that information from? Off them, because they're giving it freely to you. So for me, I'd base my talk or kōrero with them around them and their circumstances. I don't just look at the poor person. I look at a person who is in need, ain't actually poor, but is kind of struggling a little bit, and maybe, you know, is clued up enough to be able to do something like this. Because it's no good getting somebody who just doesn't understand anything you say. All they're listening to is you talking, nothing's going down, but they want to be in. Now they want to be in because you're in. And I think, you know, those things have got a lot to play in the way, you know, I've invited people and they've never rejected. I've never had rejection. I've had people who think about it, but think about it for their own reason, other than thinking that this is a scam and whatnot.
So, you're inviting people on your credibility?
I would say that's probably how they look at me.
And they trust you on the trust?
Yes.
You talk straight with them?
Yes. I would say that that is how they look at me. You know, and some of them just want to get into it for that reason. Um,
And being straight is, you'll earn their trust, eh?
yes,
You'll earn their trust.
being upfront and honest, yes, you do. Doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth. Well, it does matter, but you know, as far as TBC goes, they're hearing you, and part of your successes, you know, in TBC, on your TBC journey.
Yeah.
And they take that on board.
But there's the old saying again, people don't buy bullshit. They trust you, you have them.
Yes.
If they don't trust you, they won't buy your bullshit.
Yeah. People won't buy your bullshit. But they'll buy your experiences, and they want to know what you're doing and what you're into. So, you know, that's probably why it's so easy for me and to not have rejections. I mean, let's face it, I could have a rejection tomorrow. But, you know, I don't look for rejections. If they happen, they happen. I just move on to the next person. But I'm so fortunate to not have had one yet.
Okay. Have you had anyone say that TV is a scam?
Have I had anybody say that?
Say to you that TBC is a scam? I have.
They don't directly say it to me, but I know just by looking at them, they're skeptical, you know, because they're hesitant about how they answer your questions, right? And they kind of step back and lean back and think, oh, okay, we'll just listen. Because I think I could be of the same opinion. If someone did that to me, I probably could be of the same thing. You know, I'll probably go, oh, yeah, tell me another one. You know, been there, done that. That's going on in your head. And I'm pretty sure that that's what goes on in other people's heads. But they're hesitant to say outright, is it a scam? Because it's obvious they know you. You know, if the person knows you, and, you know, they value you for whatever reasons, and they trust you. So they're not going to say outright, is this a scam to you? Because they probably know they're going to hear it from you that it isn't.
And that's through your experiences. You pull your way through all the experiences, all the questions that have been asked of you by the people you've approached to join, or if they're interested in joining. Anyway, let's carry on. Do you think the script in the blog works for you or anyone else?
I've read the script that's in the blog. I've read the script that pertains to family, whānau, close friends, and I have never done it. I have never used it. In my own experience, I have never used that script. Now, that script, got to remember, has only just come into the blog. It was never there in the early stages. So that's something new for someone else, you know, or for everyone actually to look at. So it may work for some people, it may not. But, you know, like if you were like me, I just study people. And my approach is different for every single person because every person is different. There's no two people the same. They all got different minds.
Do you believe in partnerships in TBC? Now, partnership, I mean, is working with, maybe we'll call this person a newbie, help them earn money. Do you believe in that? Partnership, partnering up.
Maybe I'll retract your question. Partnership as in you and I, or you
and somebody else.
You and somebody else. Okay. Partnerships can work, yes. But for me, if I have to use a partnership to do something, to achieve anything, I will. But I don't jump into partnerships that easily because for me, this is my own thinking. Now, I don't want to plant this in your head or anyone else's head, but in my thinking, from what I've seen and what I've experienced, it's a whole lot of work. It's a whole lot of unnecessary work sometimes because back in the day, to do a partnership with anybody, because we didn't have send buttons. That's why we had to go into partnership. We had no send button. And the way we had to do it then was if anyone in your downline or someone came to you and wanted to buy, was it Kringles then? Or buy $100 worth of Kringles, the only way they could get it was through a trusted seller. Well, not many people were trusted sellers, and not many people had send buttons. Now, I think there was only, 10 people that had send buttons in the whole wide world at the time these partnerships came into it. Now, it may be a little different today, but back then, I was against partnership for one reason. One reason being that I felt, why should I go to someone with a send button or look for someone with a send button so that Joe down the road could come to me, I could take his money, $100, go up to the person with the send button, buy the $100 worth of Kringles, and then get half of the money back, while the other half stayed with the person with the send button. I got the other half back, which I should have given back to the person who gave it to me, or whether it stopped at me. Now, that's hard-earned money. When you think of, certain people, rich people, that's fine. But when you've got people who pay through their noses to get into TBC, like we're talking $15, that's a lot of money for some people to fork out. Now, they pay their $15. They just managed to pay it. Now, to cough up $100 after that, well, it's close to $150 because it's American.
American, 100 US, yeah.
That's $150. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
Especially here in New Zealand.
Yep.
That's a lot of dollars to part with. And I don't see why someone with a send button, and only that person with the send button, should be able to capitalize on that $150 or $100 American, put it that way. They get half for just having the send button. And this poor old guy, Joe, has given up his $100 to pay me and the send button person. For me, I would just say to him, you pay me the $50 and I'll pass it on to the person with the send button. You keep your other $50 because that's what it is, the partnership. Who's winning? Who do you think is winning in this? Me, Joe, or the person with the send button?
Send button, no, me.
The person with the send button comes out better off because, hey, they've got
He didn't do
$50
the work. Yeah.
for just having the send button without doing anything else. While Joe has to go to work, earn his $50, right?
Yeah.
Or earn his $100, then he's got to part with 50 to give to that person. I'm the person in the middle, passing the dollars. Now, the send button, just say, that send button person can be in America. And Joe and I live in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It costs money on top of $100 to get that money
To him or her.
over there to the send button person. Because Joe has got to send it to me, and it's normally by bank, right? Because he lives too far away to be able to just drive up and bring it. I mean, you're going to drive a long way to give me $50 for me to bank and then send it off. So it gets transferred to Bitcoin for the send button. That's the reason why, I was against partnerships in the beginning. I thought it was easier for us to just be patient and wait for our own send button. And I'll tell you, we waited a long time for them, but hey, at least we didn't lose $50 in every transaction.
Okay. What changes do you see that are making an impact in TBC? What changes do you see?
I think at the moment, one good change that I've seen happen, and I don't know why that didn't happen in the beginning. Now, they now have a website where everyone goes to.
Exactly.
And that has now become the Kringle back office. That is TBC's website.
All the information is in there.
Everything happens there. Kia ora, Carol. Back again.
Okay.
Kia ora.
What advice would you give to anyone starting their TBC journey?
Oh, what was the last one I was doing? I was still talking.
Oh, you were still on the changes in TBC?
What changes have I seen? The fact that they've put all the info into one site. So now the website for TBC is now in the Kringle back office. Everything you need to know about TBC is in there on the dashboard now. Whereas before, we had Kringle back office for some things, we had the wallet for the other things, and then you also had to log in to a second profile and a second info page in the Billion Coin info. Well, they've got rid of the TBC wallet, the old wallet, and they've gotten rid of the info page, and they put it in the Kringle back office. So if you're looking for anything now pertaining to TBC, all in the back office, the Kringle back office. The only other place you go to is your wallet. But the wallet is about the wallet and any coins that go in it or any Kringle that are in it. And the wallet has been streamlined and made so much easier than it used to be before. It's a lot easier, gives you more information than it ever did before. So those are the two new things that have, I reckon, added value to TBC, plus the fact that the new blockchain that we migrate to has now become a lot faster to process things. I mean,
whereas it used to take 3 days for a transaction.
Well,
it takes about
you know,
5
you could go in and pay your fee today, and it may not show up for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Well, today, you can go and pay your fee now, and lucky if it's an hour later, be more like 30 minutes later, it shows paid in your status, in your, what's it called? Your account, in your back office. So that's moved things. The other thing is, when you migrate, the old wallet has a little block in it that says, put your email in here, press the migrate button, and your coins will be transferred to your new wallet within, I think it's 12 hours. Now, that's quick.
Used to be 5 days.
Yeah.
Then it went to 2 weeks.
Yes. So, getting faster and getting a lot easier and better. So, those are my things that have improved.
Okay. What advice would you give to anyone starting their TBC journey?
Ooh. Do your homework. Research. You know, if your sponsor or the person who brought you into this has not given you the info, go into your own back office where you've registered. In there you've got an info page. In there you've got an education page. Read every single button and find out what they do. Because there are buttons within buttons in there. So check them out. Read every single thing in there. Then you know what we're talking about. If you suddenly came to me and said, oh, where do I go for this and where do I go for that? And you should be able to say, understand what I'm saying when I say, okay, go in, click on my genealogy, click on upline, and you'll see your sponsor. Okay? So now if you went in and did that all yourself, you'd know what I was talking about. So if you don't do that, do it now. If you don't know your back office, get in there and learn your back office. And learn all about TBC in the info page. And educate yourself. Then, read the blog daily. Download the blog to your phone. So, wherever you are in the car, sitting, waiting for hubby, for whatever, hey, get your phone out, read the blog while you can. Attend, like he said earlier, I heard him saying, attend the same button meeting. By crikey, is, because there's freebies in there for you to gain. Don't be like some people, oh, I can't wake up. I'm too tired. I can't do it. Well, do you want, ask yourself the question. Do I want to pay for those? Do I want to actually go out and buy those rewards? Or shall I just get them for free? So you know your answer. You know what you will do. Do it.
Okay, before we get into the last question, in the send button meeting, there's actually two. One's done in French and the other one is done in English. The French one is done the following day or tomorrow. Just go and have a look, see what you think, see what you can do in there. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but see what you can do. It's all there right in front of you.
Yes, especially when you've got a send button. There are some people out there that don't have a send button on yet. So get them for your chops.
Yeah. Remember, there's two. You might not say, I don't speak French. Go and have a look.
Oh, I've been nosy enough too.
Okay, the last question for the night. I will bring in one more after this one here. And what would you bring to TBC if the opportunity arose?
Ooh, what will I bring to TBC? Good question. I would encourage those who are competent enough to be able to, those who can confidently answer questions about TBC, know everything about TBC, blah, blah, blah. I would, say to them, train your people. Get out and train your people. So you end up all on the same page. It's nothing like leaving somebody behind. And it's not because of you, it's because of them. Sometimes you got to get the old broom, and shove it to make them move. But you've got to be able to show them there's something to move for. So if you can't do that, well, then suggest they go to the broadcast and listen. There's more than one broadcaster, and there's there's a lot of good value and a lot of broadcasts that are being made. So, yeah, those are things that I would encourage people to do. For me to bring anything to TBC, well, probably a new script would help. A new script in our language. Yes. Because, our script would not apply to a country like Nigeria. No. So they have their own script. Maybe they have an interpretation of the script that's in the blog. I know we in Kiwi land, we have to change things around a bit, but still mean the same. Because still send the same message out to people. So, yes, those are some of the things I would bring to TBC.
Okay, we're meant to be doing this for 30 minutes. We're well over that time. I just want to go back and outline something that I had started earlier, is the new wallets. It should be all done in the migration, which ends tomorrow night, midnight. That's the 31st of, what's this month? July. Read into the blog, attend the send button meetings. If anybody has received any kringles between the month of June, because it's been extended since the 21st of June to the 21st of July. Now it's been extended to the 21st of August, and you have received any kringles, I wish you, I'd do a broadcast, paste it up into the testimonial group, because whatever kringles you got, it is 500%. So if you got $100 worth of kringles, that turns into 1 TBC. On redemption day, which is in November, that turns into 5 TBCs. So if you have coins in there that you brought between June and still coming 21st of August, do a broadcast. So when you redeem, you get the full value, which is 500% the value of that coin or coins, whichever you have. Don't let that go to waste.
Yes. Just something to add to that, Key. You need to go into the back office. You need to read the Cookie Rewards page. You need to look at the 2 charts below the rewards. Now, those 2 charts tell you exactly what you get if you're a broadcaster and if you're not a broadcaster. So if you're not a broadcaster, you get the basics. This is the basic chart on the bottom. If you are a broadcaster, then you get what's at the top of the charts. Okay? 2 charts, one for basics and one for broadcasters. So you can see the difference between your reward that you gain by buying the $100 worth of Kringle or whatever you put in there.
I know there are people out there. I did put a post up the other week. I know of 15 people who have received at least one coin. All they got to do is go and do the broadcast, do one a week right up till November. You'll get more confidence. Attend the send button meetings. Well, you get freebies anyway. But having done that, your freebies become 1 million cookies. And I did say go into the French one too and have a look in there. You'll be surprised what you can get out of that one. Yeah, if you have at least one coin that you have purchased between the month, the 21st of June, going right through to the 21st of August, do a broadcast. Don't let that coin go to waste because you can make 5 times the value on it in November coming. I think that's my time for tonight. Thank you for listening and watching. The next one will be probably Friday coming, for me anyway. And I will be doing another interview with my wife, Bex, as if I'm going to sign her up and see what her reactions are.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Anyway, thank you for watching, and kia ora, Carol.
What will be good?
Ooh,
The next interview. I'm working hard now. And that's a good idea. If you can find somebody, interview them. Interview them in your broadcast. Because it's good to know what's going on in their mind and in their heads as to their reaction towards TBC. So it's good to try and pick up a greenie and say, hey, come and I'll interview you because I want to know what you think of this. And I want other people to see this. Okay? Are you happy with your...
Oh, yeah, we'll get a bit better. I screwed it up the very first one I did. I must have went over the same thing 3 or 4 times. Anyway, ka kete.
See you, Carol. Who's that other person?
Dracula.
Vladislav.